Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Desire Sembose, currently working in the children or the pediatric ward, and today we are going to talk about the common poisoning that occur in our children. According to the World Health Organization 2013, the report shows that annually 50,000 children are always poisoned and they die annually. So this is a very big number, and at our emergency we always receive at least 2 cases in a week concerned with the poison. So it is a key concern that we should speak about today. And starting, what are the common poisoning that usually occur to our children? Number one, we are going to see corrosive compounds, and to these they are the acids and the alkaline. So acids, we all know, I believe that we all know the acids, especially in the car batteries. Parents that keep the old batteries at home, you find that this child is going to come and they take this acid, or they pour to one another. Now, if the kid takes this acid, number one we should do, avoid inducing vomiting. Avoid inducing vomiting. What we need to do, at least give plentiful water to that kid, or you can give milk. Then you have to make sure that you run the kid to the nearby health center. Another one is what we call the petroleum compounds. Number one, it is paraffin, or many people call it kerosene. Paraffin, petroleum, diesel, all these ones are very poisonous to our children, and we should avoid also to induce vomiting. Then another one is iron. Iron, it is a common poison in children, especially in mothers who are pregnant, who are attending their antenatals. They always tend to keep their tablets, the ferrous tablets, in the reach of these children, and the children will see them as sweet. Remember that they are very coated like sweet, and the kid will start taking these drugs, which is very dangerous. So mothers, stay warned. The kid will die within hours because of being poisoned by these iron drugs. Another one, we have what we call the organophosphates. Now these organophosphates, they are common in the pesticides or the insecticide, especially if the parent is a farmer. It can be a mistake of a parent, and he will keep this pesticide in the reach of these children. Now these ones are very dangerous to an extent that the kid will die within minutes. So we should always keep this pesticide out of reach to our children. Then another is the carbon monoxide poisoning. And this one, it always comes in as a result of cooking in indoors houses. Now what happens is that it will not only affect the child, but even the parent. Remember that all of you will suffocate and no one will come to rescue one another. So meaning that all of you in the house, you will end up suffocating and thus dying. Another one, which is very common, it is Panadol, or we call it in the medical term paracetamol. Panadol, it is everywhere you go you find Panadol. But Panadol, it is very dangerous to an extent that it may not kill this child instantly, but it can damage the liver of this child. So use Panadol only when it is prescribed by a medical personnel. We should avoid using Panadol anyhow. Then another one is aspirin. Aspirin, it is commonly used as a painkiller in our everyday life. Any pain you feel, you take aspirin. Aspirin is so dangerous, especially to our kids. Any pain, they take aspirin. And even aspirin, research was made that aspirin, it is a number one cause of peptic ulcer diseases, which we always see. So it is also poisonous a substance in children. Then also remember that for any drug that we take, if we take five times more than the normal dose, it becomes poisonous to our children. Then also, traditional medicine, it is also a common source of poison to our children. So let us endeavor to take the children to a nearby health center instead of using our own medication, our own traditional medicine. Remember that I said all these poisons can be preventable. So prevention is better than cure. How do we prevent poisoning? Number one, we have to keep all of these poisonous substances into the cupboards and lock them, and you keep the keys actually. Keep them away from the children. You're having drugs, you're having poisons. Keep out of reach of the children by locking them in cupboards. Then number two, if you have decided not to lock them, the containers, you have to label them what they contain within the container. If it is paraffin, write on it, this is paraffin. I have ever gotten an incident at the hospital, and this child had taken paraffin thinking that it was Coca-Cola. The parent had put paraffin in the Coca-Cola bottle. Then another one, parents should avoid cooking in any those houses. This will always limit the levels of carbon monoxide inhalation, meaning that the poisoning will be also low. Then another one, parents should always avoid taking these medications in front of their children. Remember that these children are good at imitating the adults. So we should avoid taking the medicine in front of our children. In conclusion, remember always to first protect yourself before you rescue the other. For example, if somebody has been burnt, you have to first protect yourself by standing at a distance, then you rescue that person, or let it be an acid.